Hunter.
How are we doing? I'm Brittany Hunter, will be your host. You guys, we're back. We survived a global pandemic, and we are back in Vegas. Who was in South Dakota last year? Make some noise. Make some noise. Yeah. South Dakota was a blast, but I really missed being accosted by meth heads the second I walk out of the hotel. You know. South Dakota didn't have that, and a girl has got to get her self-esteem somewhere. Right? How good does it feel right now to be in a room full of people who are not forced to wear masks? I gotta say though, I was walking around, people watching on the strip. Maybe some people should have kept the masks on. I think the most important lesson we learned from the pandemic, and you're not gonna hear this anywhere else, is that maybe mask mandates were a golden era for uglier people. I'm just saying. You can do a lot of flirting in a Target before you find out a guy is missing most of his teeth. I still went on a few dates with him. It was quarantine, I was lonely. And then he stopped calling me. So, you know. But it has been weird seeing people without masks on after the pandemic, right? You have this moment of like, so that's what's been under there the whole time. Interesting. Ladies, it's like when you date a guy with a beard and then he shaves it and you feel like you've been lied to. Lucky for us, we are at a conference full of libertarian men who are very dedicated to their neck beards. So we don't have to worry about shaving, do we? You know, I'm told that for a lot of the guys here, this is the first time you've seen a woman up close. I hope it is everything 4chan told you. It's crazy because we have been through it's 2.5 years into this whole pandemic thing now. And if you think about it, the pandemic isn't even the most outrageous thing that's happened, right? We've gone through dozens of waves of outrage and causes we're supposed to care about. This year alone, they tried to cancel Chappelle. They tried to cancel Rogan. And recently, a bunch of senators' girlfriends have had to cancel their appointments at Planned Parenthood. And of course, we had the protests and the landmark decision everybody's talking about right now. I wasn't gonna say anything, but I feel like I need to just make a few comments about it. I was pretty shocked and a little confused. I didn't expect Stranger Things season 4 to go in that direction. You know, the choice with Will and Mike's character seemed a little contrived. It was Pride Month, so rock on, boys, you know? Yeah, what a crazy year. I'm having a hard time keeping track of everything we're supposed to care about, you know? Do you remember when we cared about Ukraine and Russia for like 2 weeks? No one's talking about that anymore. But I have a hack for you guys. I have a way that you can keep up with whatever we're supposed to be politically grandstanding about, all right? I just log into Facebook and I see whatever profile picture frame you've added to your picture, right? Because nothing says I support the things like adding an end qualified immunity picture to your thirst trap selfie. I gotta ask though, what do we think we're accomplishing here, guys? We gotta stop with the profile frame pictures. Did staying home save lives end the pandemic? Do you think that Putin had his nukes aimed at Ukraine? He's about to press the button, but he logs onto Facebook and he sees that you've added that little blue and yellow flag to your picture, and he thinks, well, fuck. Call it off, guys, they figured it out. Jessica from Ohio has added I stand with Ukraine to her profile picture. The same Facebook warriors who couldn't cancel Rogan, they're gonna cancel World War III, right? Yeah, the virtue signaling, you guys. We have to stop with the virtue signaling, am I right? Woo! Unless it is for a cause that I believe in. And by all means, continue. I am still waiting for Facebook to come up with a profile frame for what I think is the most important issue right now, and that is the movement to save hot middle-aged women from Pete Davidson. Frankly, I don't want to live in a world where this keeps happening. You know, monks have lit themselves on fire for less. Sex trafficking is a huge problem in this country, so Kim K, if you're in danger, blink 3 times. I think the strangest thing about the last few years is having to admit that maybe Alex Jones had some points. I started keeping an Alex Jones is right jar in my house, and I put $1 in it every time he says something right. It is overflowing so much right now, I might actually be able to afford groceries this week. That is assuming there are groceries left on the shelf. You know, inflation's been tough for everybody, but I think it's been the most tough for liberal women because those Handmaid's Tale costumes they're wearing to all these protests are not cheap to dry clean. Women are stressed right now, right? We're a little stressed. I get it, lots going on. But here's the thing, women, I think that we're gonna be okay. I think that we are strong, resilient creatures, and I think that we are capable of anything, except driving. Hear me out, ladies. Thank you. I think it is time that we admit that driving is just not our strong suit. You know, we're good at so many, another lady clapping too, thank you. We are good at so many things. We are nurturers. We keep men in line. We are the only people who can create a life and give birth. Except, no, they took that away from us. We're all birthing people now. So I'm sorry, ladies, we can't drive and we can't have children anymore. But seriously, I've never gotten in a car where a woman was behind the wheel and I thought, yeah, my life's in good hands right now. You know? And we're definitely not gonna get lost. I support feminism right until I find out my Uber driver's a woman, and then all bets are off. I will cancel that ride, I will pay the fine, I will wait until I can find a new driver. But I value my life too much. I survived a global pandemic and a slew of corporate pandering emails with pride flags in them. I'm not going out this way. There are some countries where they don't let women drive. I'm not saying the Taliban got something right. No, that's exactly what I'm saying. So being single and trying to date in the post-pandemic era is a nightmare. Is anyone trying to do this? No? Wow, okay. Well, thank you. I feel really good about being single right now. So let me explain to you what's happening. You get on the dating apps, and guys are now using their vaccination status to get into girls' pants. This has become a whole thing. Yes, it has. And guys, I'm sorry to break it to you, but your COVID vaccine will not protect me from your horrible personality. Having said that, what vaccine a guy chose to get will tell you a lot about that. For example, Johnson & Johnson, fuckboys, right? One and done. A little too on the nose, guys, you know? Then you got your pretentious Pfizer bros. They really want to tell you how they're the only ones to have full FDA approval. Beyond Meat also has FDA approval. Doesn't mean I want it in my mouth. Then you have the perfectly average Moderna guys. They're very clingy. They keep coming back for those boosters. I have no use for a vaccinated guy. I'm a little kinky. I'm looking for a guy with a solid ivermectin hookup. I like a little horseplay. What can I say? So if you couldn't tell, I'm still very single. I work with a therapist, and he thinks it's because I have low self-esteem. So I'm like, all right, let's figure it out. Why do I have low self-esteem? And we decided we can trace it back to one thing. I've never been sent a dick pic. Hold on. I'm not saying I want one, so gentlemen in the back, you can push your phones away. But I'd like to be asked. You know, I would like the opportunity to say, no, sir, I don't want to see a picture of your penis. Because I feel like every other woman has a story, and I'm starting to wonder why I'm left out of the narrative, right? But the problem gets deeper than this, guys, because you see, every weekend I hang out in clubs filled with the douchiest men you've ever seen. These are the Pfizer bros. And every weekend, my girlfriends have horror stories of being groped and harassed, and it's disgusting, and it is despicable, and it's wrong. Having said that, I'm standing right next to them when this happens. I think I look pretty good. Nothing like this has ever happened to me. So not only can I not get a boyfriend, I can't get a sexual predator to feel me up. You've all heard of the Me Too movement. I'm the face of the why not me? You guys, we have a great show for you today. I think it's really, really important to point out that, you know, court jesters were the first comedians. And one really great thing about court jesters is they held a very special privilege in society, where they had the right to call out the king, to hold a mirror to society, and to say this is ridiculous. And as long as they were funny about it, it was not only fine, it was encouraged, right? So let's give thanks to these comedians who led the way for speaking truth to power, for telling society when we're being ridiculous, when we're being too woke, right? Special remembrance for the late P.J. O'Rourke, who we just lost. Brilliant actors. And of course, the stand-up comedians that paved the way. Lenny Bruce, George Carlin, Bill Hicks, and of course, John Cleese. Bard Bryant, he got his start up at my favorite club, the Comedy Store in the Sunset Strip in California. He's been on over 1,500 radio and TV shows, including Howard Stern, and he has appeared in over 16 low-budget Hollywood movies, and has died a horrible death in most of them. So keep it going.